Former attorney faces sex abuse charges. Grand Canyon's only water pipeline fails, and Washington County authorities crack down on reckless riders.
You're watching St. George News at 5. Brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Christy Langenheim. A former St. George attorney, 63-year-old Daniel Roy Robinson, who was out on pretrial release for allegedly attempting to meet a 13-year-old for sex in 2023, now faces 11 first-degree felony charges in Washington County. The charges include 5 counts of sodomy on a child and 6 counts of aggravated sexual abuse of a child. The arrest followed a months-long investigation by St. George Police into allegations of sexual abuse involving at least 4 children, some under the age of 7, according to the affidavit filed in support of the warrant. Robinson, who was arrested on August 21st, remains held without bail as he awaits both state and federal court proceedings. The Grand Canyon National Park has closed overnight accommodations due to the failure of its only water pipeline, leading to water restrictions during the busy Labor Day weekend. The 12.5-mile Trans-Canyon water line, critical for supplying potable water, suffered significant breaks, prompting what park officials call Stage 4 water restrictions and halting hotel stays in some locations. Park officials are working to restore operations, with repairs proving challenging due to hazardous conditions in the narrow canyon area known as the Box. As e-bike popularity surges, law enforcement in Washington County is cracking down on reckless riding by teenagers and young adults, increasing patrols and collaborating across agencies to address the growing safety concerns. Here's Cody Blowers for the full story.
A recent uptick in underage electric motorbike riders and evading motorcycles has led officers to enhance networking efforts between agencies across Washington County. And St. George Police Sergeant Jeremy Needles said this.
We work with all the agencies around us to help target these and identify them, right? Some of the kids go to high schools in St. George, some of the kids are going to schools in Washington City, and so we are trying to work well with the other partners to help get information out to identify these kids that are running and doing these violations.
Here is Washington City Police Lieutenant Corey Klotz with more.
We're seeing a lot locally of individuals riding motorcycles or e-bikes, Surons. We're seeing a lot of times that they're not wanting to stop for officers after they commit a traffic violation or whatever they're doing on the roadway, and it's causing a major danger to our community and those other people that are on the roadway. And so we just want to bring some awareness as to what we're doing as a police department and local agencies, that we're working together to try to put a stop to this for the better of all of our communities.
St. George News also reached out to the Washington County Attorney's Office, and Prosecutor Courtney Brinkerhoff-Sinagra said this.
What we are hearing from our police officers who are on the streets every day trying to keep our community safe is that there has been a significant uptick in the number of crashes and even deaths related to motorcycles. We're also seeing a lot of increased reports of young adults, teenagers, street racing on these bikes. Washington County is growing. We already have a lot of road issues, and we at the Washington County Attorney's Office and our partners in law enforcement are going to be proactive in making sure that everyone in our community is safe on our streets, and we're going to use the tools that we have to do it.
Thanks, Cody. Now we'll head over to Sheldon and Amy for your favorite weekend adventure guide.
That's right, so many great things happening this weekend. It's Labor Day.
It is, and the 26th annual Peach Days is happening.
Peach Days is gonna be great. The parade, the peaches, plus they have a rodeo. What?
And did you hear the landslide?
Yeah, the Landslide Festival in Cedar City, they scored Sean Kingston to be, I know, I'm blown away. You gotta get over there to Cedar City. Get out of the heat and go up to the Bumbleberry Theater for Free Music Friday.
Are you ready for it? Josh Larson is live in concert.
Oh, you gotta get up there and see some live music. See the full list of events on our TGIF listing on stgeorgenews.com.
Now back to you in the studio.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sheldon and Amy. Cedar City secured over $2 million in grant funds to kickstart a wastewater project, which could provide an alternative water source for irrigation at local schools, parks, and the golf course. We'll go to Alicia Lundgren for the details.
Cedar City has been in the process of designing a new water filtration system at the Cedar City Regional Wastewater Treatment Facility. To get the job done, the project has received over $2 million in grant funds from the Utah Division of Water Quality, as the city's senior engineer, Jonathan Stathis, explained at a city council meeting earlier this month.
We're also working with the other entities, and actually there's going to be another item on the agenda tonight to discuss partnerships with the Water Conservancy District and also King City and Hyman County. We're hopeful that there's also going to be some additional funding coming to this project.
The new system is part of the project's first phase and is expected to cost upwards of $5 million. It will allow the facility to produce Type 1 water, which would be safe to use for irrigation at local parks and schools.
Thanks, Alicia. A former college baseball player turned his passion for the sport into a thriving business where he repairs, designs, and manufactures custom baseball gloves, connecting with the community while perfecting the game's essential gear. Here's Jesse Bang with the story.
St. George resident Braden Yardley is the founder of Yardley Sports, where he repairs and crafts custom baseball gloves.
So I'll take all these pieces and actually make the gloves and then do tweaks to them. So this is what a catcher's mitt looks like in pieces. You saw all these different pieces together. And then once it's assembled, it looks like that.
You may have seen his trailer at local baseball tournaments where he sells his gloves and repairs them on site. For those who purchase new gloves, he has a machine he and his brother designed that breaks in gloves in just 15 to 20 minutes.
We do it right on site. And because I know how to form gloves, we can talk to kids and be like, how do you want this done? Do you want your glove to break in like this way or this way? And we'll break it in just how they like it.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to WeWinInjuryLaw.com. I'm Christy Langenheim with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.